Salute.
Another episode of Life After the Gunshot. Can I live? I'm Doc. What's up?
Hey, guys. Hey, it's the Young Revolutionist, man. Hey, first I want to shout out E. Hey, y'all part of the family. We locked in. We tied in. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate all the love and support that y'all been showing us. You know what I'm saying? We got the gear on right now. You know what I mean? And we want to dedicate, this episode to E. We want to dedicate this episode to Big G. We want to dedicate this episode to the conviction of the police officer, you know what I mean, that shot that fella down in Indianapolis. You know what I mean? God rest his soul. And, we just want to say thank you, man. Thank you for supporting.
Salute. Just dedicated to George Floyd, also to everybody out there that has lost a family member to gun violence, whether it was interpersonal gun violence or gun violence that was state-sanctioned gun violence where the police have been involved in taking someone's life. So yo, brother, elevate all the time. You got the fresh E gear on. Shout out to E. Yo, let's play that E promo.
Hey, make sure y'all log in and go to the EAT website and get y'all summer gear.
Get that gear, especially, I like that mechanic shirt. That EAT mechanic shirt, hot. And also, we're coming with the Life After the Gunshot merch. And for anybody who hasn't watched the Life After the Gunshot documentary episode 1, please tune into that on YouTube. Hit us. We almost at 10,000 views, man. Subscribe, smash that subscribe button and follow the movement. So, let's get into the backstory, brother, how we got this guest tonight.
Man, well, first of all, man, he like I was telling him earlier, man, I'm a big fan, man. I'm excited to have, Big G on today, man. I remember, being in high school, you know what I mean, listening to Backyard, you know what I mean? Like, I really followed, Big G career, man. And I think that he's definitely one of the mayors of D.C. You know what I mean? We might need to get him to run for mayor in D.C. You know what I mean? But the backstory, we ran into each other about 2 years ago, and I showed him the trailer of Life After the Gunshot. And, it took us 2 years to put it out. And then we ran into, his man. And then his man put it all together for us, man. You know what I mean? So I definitely want to, thank his team, you know what I mean, his coordinators and everybody who made this happen, you know what I mean, today.
So, we want to salute my man, Jason Lewis. Shout out to you, brother, because you put this together.
Shout out, Jay.
You know what I'm saying? What's up to you? Follow my man Cocky's Life on Instagram. What's up, baby boy? Salute. Shout out to him, man. Thank you for locking in. So, man, this is like a legendary brother. You know what I'm saying? Artist, member of one of the best go-go bands in DC, without a doubt. And also, man, an amazing, incredible actor. Y'all seen him on The Wire. Slim Charles also has created his own series, Transitions. I was watching that this morning. So, man, this is just amazing. We got the triple threat brother here, man. He could do everything. So without any further ado, let's bring on the legendary Big G.
Let's stop this killing right now, though. All my youngers on the ground, though. No money to put you in the ground, though. They go for me on every show. They always on the Instagram, Facebook. We thank you, man. Everything good for the good flow. One time, no more tango toe. We got to stop this killing, though. Everything good because you love it, though. Economy messed up. Everything good, we can stop the mess up. Yeah, stop this killing, man. Everything is all good. This the Backyard band. Washington, D.C. zone. Hey, bro, till we take them home. Let them know. You need to stop this killing.
Yeah.
What's up, guys?
What's up? What's up? On it.
Man, thanks for having me. Hey.
We definitely honor, man. Like I said, man, Mayor DC, man, we might need to go ahead and throw you on the suit and go
Yeah,
ahead and run for the mayor position, man. Come
yeah.
on, let's do it. You know what I
Hey,
mean?
we
I'd
got
be out there
Big G for
posting
mayor.
flyers and everything.
Big
we
G
got
for
so
mayor.
much more. We got so much more to do, man. I want to get this. I want to get our city up with the film first, like a lot, like because we got so much talent here. So I want to get the film world booming up for us, and then I'll think about the politics later. I think I'm already like out there moving around. You know what I mean? We have an amazing mayor right now, Mayor Bowser, and we got some young sharp council members, Trayon, man. We got McDuffie, man,
Shout out
Robert White.
McDuffie.
We got some powerful people, man, in our city, especially they're Washingtonians, because a lot of cities you go in, people migrate and don't even really know the culture, know what we're about. But we got some powerful people. But a lot of people say that all the time. I should run for some type of council seat or mayor. Like I got a lot of more work to do. We gotta really get these brothers and sisters together because we losing a lot of our sisters, man. And those are the ones that play for us, man. We gotta change something up, man.
Yeah. Man, the first thing I want to ask you, man, what does Washingtonian mean to you?
Oh man, being a Washingtonian means everything. I won't move for nothing, bro. Like I had different agents, man, and management that wanted me to move from my city, and I was like, nah, like I can't really do nothing for nobody else city. I got too much work to do at home. So I've been able to be blessed to still get roles and still be able to stay home. But like New York City, I love New York though. New York like my second home. So I can get on the train early in the morning like I got to do tomorrow and go up. But being a Washingtonian is like in my blood. It's like, it means everything to me, man. I love the smell of this joint, man. I just love everything about it. The culture, the food, the women, the homies, everything, man. The music. I just love everything about DC, man. What we put on, how we rock our New Balance. Anywhere we at, I'm at. They know I'm from D. I brought my New Balance. They already know what it is. And our slang, man. Come on, Mo. Don't play with me, Mo. Stop playing.
So G, G, I was having this conversation the other day because you just brought up the film industry, and I was having this conversation. I was like, people forget that before Atlanta was the center of the black mecca of the film industry and entertainment, it was actually DC.
Yeah,
it shifted to Atlanta.
It shifted. Sharon, what was Sharon Pratt Kelly? She was there one time. You know, it was a big music thing that came through here, and they kind of gated a lot of stuff. We had BET here. We still have TV One. It's a lot of things, man. Like I always say, and I tell everybody, it's the position of power. If you don't have no people that's really into it and really want to like that put that shell around it and really get up and smell it and say, this is what I'm really going to do. A lot of our people moved out of here, man, and went elsewhere. So you got to be thinking about a lot of things like that. We survived a lot of ties and a lot of culture changes, and we done had these different people coming here, and they really wasn't really set on making our city grow. Yeah.
And you want to know what's crazy, man? I remember being 13, 14 years old and going to BET Soundstage to watch Lil Benny, Chuck Brown.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I remember these type of shows, man. And I was telling Doc earlier, I was like, man, honestly, the way I see it, you know what I mean? Chuck Brown and Big G. You know what I mean? When it come to Go-Go, Slim, you know what I'm saying? I mean that from the hop. You know what I'm saying? Y'all really represent for the culture.
Yeah,
you know
I was right there with them. You know what I mean? It's like, it's hard to explain. Like I was a little kid just standing outside the black hole. I used to ride my bike just to see the older bands. And I fell in love with it. And that's what I still do. I wake up and I just think about how I can make my band better than the next band. You know what I'm saying? But I still shout out everybody, because if you put your next comrade down, then you ain't trying to grow. If I don't shout, like even any radio station I'm on in LA, New York, always shout out all the bands. I might miss a few right now and then. And they be like, oh, gee, you forgot me. But, man, being around Chuck, following Junkyard, Lil Benny sitting outside talking to Mickey and Foots, sneaking in the black hole, bringing equipment in. It's like it's in my blood, man. This is what I love. I don't know nothing else, man. I go in any other city. I go for work. I get homesick. I get home, really. You know what I mean? I was in Seattle. I shot a movie called Prospect. I was in Seattle for 3 weeks, and I was sick. I had so much fun. Like, they treated me so awesome. Like, I was at the fish market. We got on boats. We was fireworks. We had an awesome time. But I was just thinking about home, man. It's like no place like home, man. Click your heels 3 times.
Man.
So let's go back a little bit because you just jumped into that. What was it like for you, like coming up in DC?
Man, coming up in DC was everything. Like, if I could take our hands back in time and go back, I would. I really like how the gentrification is now, while our city ain't all trashed up and there's more opportunities and things going on. There's need to be more opportunities as far as we had the recreation centers, the Boys and Girls Club, number 10, number 6 were Owens, and we used to play football, the Twin, like Sean, Corky, all us. We played with number 6 Boys and Girls Club. We played with number 10. You know what I mean? Spanky, Bird, all us. It was just like sitting on the wall with the green bubble gum, the mouthpiece, the big bag of chips, the little Huggy, the hot donut. It was like, that's what it was. Going to Banneker, the swimming, put your bike right there, come out, no shorts on, no shirt, riding back down by Howard, Wonder Plaza. It was everything. You know what I mean? Nighttime, the big lights of the black hole, that's when Red Essence would come on. You had Chuck one night, EPMD, all the different rappers would come in and showcase with different, like RE. You had LOG and the Bulldogs. You had, Diggable Planets. You had all different hip-hop artists that had come in and play with, like, Essence, and it was the highlight of everything, man. Then they had the down by the Howard, where the CVS is, 7th Street, where they try to gentrify our music, but they don't mute. Man, it was everything. The lights, camera, action. They was taking the pictures down there. We was little kids riding on the bikes. And then we get $5. The Popeyes on the corner, Ben's Chili Bowl open. And that was the highlight, man. It was just fun. Like, you know what I mean? They took the fun out of the city. But growing up in the early 90s and, you know what I mean, just running around being wild, late 80s, because we was babies, man. It was just, that was the fun. It just was so much fun.
We talk a lot about, like, rules, right? Rules, and we hear people now, like, you know, like the rules don't exist. But when you was coming up at that time, what were some of the rules that you seen kind of like they don't even exist anymore in the street?
Well, the rules was, when I was growing up, you help your elderly across the street. You check on your block and make sure they don't need nothing. You ain't no kids getting shot. Ain't no girls getting shot. You know what I'm saying? If it's something you got with somebody, you going at that person. You know, innocent people. Very seldom it was innocent people getting hit, or somebody, what they call, quote on, sliding through and all that. It wasn't none of that. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't no hood hopping. If you from this hood, you from that hood. They represent you. They show you what's going on. And it was an upbringing. They help this person. They help you. Ain't no helping no more. It's all self. Everybody's self-made. Everybody is just bigger than everybody. That's why I always just make sure myself stay humble. But it was a lot of stuff that's going on now. It wasn't then. That, you know what I mean? With, like, the video games, the Grand Theft Autos, we ain't have all that. We used to play the little football, the electric football. We used to play electric football, arcade machines, the arcade rooms. We'd be in the arcade rooms. Yeah. It was the best times. We were so excited about going swimming, going to Rock Creek Park, crawfish, stuff like that, going to the zoo, having fun. Like, it's just it's it's nothing authentic anymore. Everybody is always touching somebody else's city, or just whatever the trend is, that's what everybody follow. There's no originality anymore.
So let me ask you this, G. You know, we big people on trauma, big trauma informed care. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Things of that nature. You know, that's what we do. You know what I mean? So one of the questions that I got for you is, do you remember that first time that you might have lost a family member or a friend to gun violence? And if you do you remember like your mental state and how did you deal with it? How did you cope with it? Like, what was your process?
Man, it's crazy. And I'm glad you asked that question, because I look at social media now. I saw one sister lost her brother, and she was on there crying, and then the next day I saw her like, girl, where am I gonna get my lashes done at? Let's turn up. So, and she said something else that kind of like spent me a little bit, and I was just like, this is the only way we really know how to grieve. You know what I mean? So I've witnessed death at an early age. My mother was at Lewisburg Penitentiary visiting my dad, and we went in the room and saw my grandfather dead on the floor. I didn't even know how to really tell my mom. There wasn't no cell phones and all that back then. So you know what I mean? So I saw that at an early age. Then one day I was leaving out my apartment building going to school, and there was a dude dead by the trash can. They had the yellow tape out. And when I got home from school, he was still out there. They had a sheet over him. It was blood. It was raining. So I've been hit with the trauma as a young kid. I lost friends at a young age. My mother had a whole box of obituaries in her closet. So a lot of times I'm just blessed to still be here, and just like I talked to a few people before, and I was staying with they said I had post-traumatic stress disorder because I didn't been through a bunch, but I don't think I got it. But they said I had it. I didn't take no medication or nothing like that. But a lot of times I cope with trauma while being on stage. And I think a lot of my people in my city cope with drama. They come and see me backyard, and we drop the Unabomber, and I see visits of Popo, the visits of sirens, the visits of handcuffs coming up in my dreams. How will I live? Will I die? I don't want to see the homicide. So that kind of sticks in. Right. And that ceasefire, don't smoke the brothers. Young brothers don't kill each other. I've been going through it. It's like a revolving door. And like all my siblings dead. I'm my mom only kid living. So the trauma is every day, brother. I wake up and I just try to do something positive. Like people be like, gee, why you don't answer your phone? Why you don't do this? I be in class, I be in casting, and I be alone on that train. And that helps me. I think that's my therapy. Right. Because I just look outside that window and see everything in the past. Everything is falling behind me, and I'm moving forward. Every dude that I grew up with uptown know I'm real. They know the real than me. People gonna talk and say little fake stuff sometime, because that's the ones that don't really want you to keep moving forward in your life and in your career. What is gonna happen if I'ma still be sitting on that crate on that same block or that other block? I can't help you get bigger. I can't make y'all proud. I can't make y'all smile. So every day I wake up with trauma. I just move forward and just keep pushing. And I just look myself in the mirror when I brush my teeth in the morning, wash my face. I just say, man, I got to do better. That's why I put all them positive messages on my machine in the morning. And I don't think negativity is the key. I don't think nobody needs to hear anything negative from me, because I got so many people looking up to me. And I sometimes I be feeling like spazzing out, but that ain't the way. You know what I mean? I can't put no negative message on there, because I got too many young brothers looking at me like, man, I really respect this guy. And sometimes we go through things and we be like, oh, I really want to tell that person what, but you can't do it. But it's all in my heart. It's that love in my heart, man. But I'm dealing with that trauma every day. And just to see my mom, because my mom's 79, she be 80 this year. So sometimes my mom start talking about stuff like 10, 20 years ago, 11 years, 13 years ago. And like, I be like, you all right, Mom? She be like this. I'm good, boy. My mind's straight. But she'll just be talking about old stuff, and I just sit there and I be like, man, she keeping me sharp.
Yeah.
So yeah, but that trauma, and I know a lot of the youngest is going through trauma out here. They don't really know how to cope with it when they lose a friend and all that. It's a little different time now. It's hard, man.
Yeah.
G, when you were saying that people was telling you that you had traumatic stress or PTSD, what were they saying? Like, what were they saying?
So I went to see my doctor, right? So my doctor was like, I need to see the psychiatrist and just talk to her because I was having pains. Like I've been shot 13 times. I've been stabbed a couple of times. I was just having dreams, man. People jumping on me in my sleep. Like one time, like I was at a train and I was asleep, but I was dreaming like somebody tackled me. Like 5 people just jumped on me. And I looked up and the train was coming. But I woke up and I was dreaming. You know what I'm saying? So, and I was just having these, like for a month, I was just having all these dreams. Like my friends, this passed on was coming back to me. I'd be somewhere having a good time and one of my dead homies would just pop up beside me like this, man, tighten up, man. Like, how you get here? And it's like, some people don't believe life after death and things of that nature, but it's like something might be there. You never know. It might be freaking out, might be there, but it ain't no medication or nothing. But it's just like dreams happen. A lot of people just don't never really speak on their dreams and what's going on. So I was asking my doctor, and then I came back and she was like, just come back and see me. Maybe you need therapy sessions. I was like, no, not going to do it. But it's like, I just talked to her one-on-one and on the phone. And this recently, she just reached out to me and was like, you don't even call me no more. How you doing? I said, I'm doing cool. But I would never take no medication and nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I talked to my mom and like my sister, my big sister, she's been dead for some years now. And I used to always just talk to her. So like all my siblings, I don't really have nobody like that go-to person that I could sit down and be like, man, let me just talk. You know what I'm saying? And they like with the therapy, they want you to sit on them couch. I don't feel comfortable with sitting on the couch. But they say African-American men really needs counseling, really needs somebody to talk to. So, and then I researched it. My lady researched it. She was like, hey, the medicine that they trying to give you is for the brothers and sisters that come back from war.
Right.
I don't want to take no medicine that make me like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. So I just try to.
And the crazy thing about that, G, is that, you know, like I battle with like anxiety. I battle with depression. You know what I mean? And, you know, it's been times where I could sit in the house for 6-7 days straight. You know what I mean? Just by myself. You know what I'm saying? I even forget it's the outside world. You know what I'm saying? So once I step outside, you know what I'm saying, the anxiety get to acting up. Too many cars moving, too many people around me. My heart gets to beating fast. You know what I mean? And I never took any type of medicine, right? But what I did do was talk to my homeboy, Edward McCurdy, he a therapist, right? And we would talk about like really get into the deep reasoning of why I'm going through this or why I'm feeling this way, right? And he a black man from Mississippi. And it was just casual conversation. You know what I mean? And over a certain amount of time, maybe like 2-3 months, you know what I mean? I started to be able to have different coping mechanisms. You know what I mean? So when I'm feeling this way, you know what I'm saying? I can close my eyes, take 3 deep breaths, and I learned how to control it. You know what I mean? So when people be like, you know what I'm saying, they trying to give you medicine, they trying to do this, they trying to do that. There's a lot of black therapists out here who just have basic conversations with you and get you to tap into that inner self. You know what I'm saying? That's in you, because as black men, what we do is we bury all that trauma into the pit of our stomach, and it's like a Pepsi. We keep shaking that bitch. As soon as we open it, it's going to explode.
Exactly. But see, like you made a good point. But see, like I learned a long time ago, right? Frank, OG Frank, old guy, he used to play chess, and he said, "Don't sit here now unless you really want to learn it. Don't run beside me and sit beside me if the police chases you. Sit here and really learn something." I used to tell him, I used to be like, why you this way? I'd be like, I used to have bad dreams a lot. So that made me think about when I was talking to the therapist some years ago, and I was telling her I was having them dreams, but I would never really go back. But this was one of the brilliantest guys in the world. And he taught me how to wake up out of my dreams. But my mother used to take me over to the hospital and see, the people used to try to talk to me, but I would never talk to them. They talk to my brother, but I just close out and I ride my bike. But I used to have bad dreams when I was little. So my main thing, he told me how he's like, in reality, when you right here with us, where our eyes are open, we're woke, right? Said, right. He said, when you go to sleep, what you do? Close your eyes, right? I said, yeah. So he said, when you in your dream, just try it. When you in your dream, if you can remember to close your eyes when you in your dream, and you'll wake up. And I learned how to control my dreams.
Mm.
That was a street guy, an older street guy told me that, how to wake up out of my dreams.
Yeah.
Nightmare, you are your worstest nightmare. He said,
Yeah.
if you're negative and you scared, you're gonna always fall in that scared hole or that scared category. So I just started being this other kind of person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So go places and take those long rides on my bike. I was one of them kids that arrived from my house uptown all the way to the airport. I mastered Rock Creek Park. I mastered the Zoo Trail. So I used to get away. That used to be my getaway place. I go on Rock Creek Park. I got my troubles. I sit by the water in Pierce Mill with my dog in the woods. That's why I could never get caught. If you let me get away, run in Rock Creek Park, you will never catch me. I used to get park police the blues. Going through that.
Allegedly.
Right,
Yeah.
right. It's crazy because Che was just mentioning Edward, and I had Edward like this week. I texted him, I was like, bro, I need you to send me the therapist that you gonna hook me up with, because I asked him before, but I never followed up with it. So this week, I hit him up this week, right? And yesterday, the therapist actually called me. So we on the phone. This is the first time I ever talked to a therapist in my life. So she was on the phone. She was like, so is this your first time ever talking to a therapist? I was like, yeah. She was like, well, look, I'm going to treat it like it's a relationship. And if you don't like the relationship, you could choose to leave it. And if you don't want to tell me you want to leave it, you just got to call me one day and say, I'm not coming in. And if you don't show up and you don't show up the next time, I know you broke up with me. And she was like, and we could leave it at that. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, what?
Awesome way to put it.
Yeah, I'm like, that's crazy.
They broke up with
broke up, and you could go find somebody else. And I was like, all right, I'll rock with that. But yeah, man. How you think we gonna get more brothers? Like, we talking about it right now, but how do you think we get more brothers to actually acknowledge that they going through something too? Because we all black men, we all go through shit.
It's something that we need to really talk about more. Cause I had to come with my mind state and say, man, we do need to talk to somebody. You know what I'm saying? I had that in my mind for so long. I don't need to talk to nobody. You feel what I'm saying? Because we just think we this strong man. We this strong man, and we just don't need to talk to nobody. You know what I'm saying? And I learned with being around, just being by myself, just thinking, a lot of people can't do that. A lot of people freak out. You know what I mean? Like, just like overthinking and then crash. And crash a lot of times, because like I'm almost crashed so many times. But like I think my therapy is taking long rides. Like sometimes I get up and I just take a long ride by myself. Go by the water and I just like listen to music. You feel what I'm saying? I go sit by the water. I walk with my dog. You know what I mean? And you know, a lot of times what we really need to really talk to our young brothers out here, and just like I always say, give them a hug. If you are any leader in any neighborhood, you listening right now, these young brothers need hugs, man. A lot of them ain't getting hugs at home. Just give them a hug, man, because a lot of times they get to thinking about it when it's too late, when they got 54 years, 48 years, and they're in the penitentiary. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, everybody need a little hug, man. So, you know, I look at the youngest all the time. I talk to them. I say, man, Shorty, what's up? Man, ain't nothing, G. I'm coolin', man. You don't need, man, it's crazy out there. I'm like, yeah, y'all just gotta chill. You like, I be trying to chill, but they don't let me chill. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, you never know what they going through. That's why I never judge them. Because I was one of the ones that was wild running around. You know what I mean? So, so we gotta break it. You're right. We do gotta break it. It is. You know what I mean? So it's like I talk to the youngest all the time, and then a lot of the big older homies in the hood need to talk to the youngest too. It's a lot of brothers come home from the penitentiary that still kind of stuck in that penitentiary state of mind.
Right.
You know, because I talk to them all the time. Like, they be like, man, the youngest around my way, wow, man. I be like, man, just talk to them. Man, they don't want to listen. I say, you got to talk to them, though. Even if you think they listen, one of them might be listening. You never know.
Yeah.
That's why I talk all the time. When I'm on the mic, I spit it. Man, look, calm down. Don't do this. Don't do it. Oh, man, you preaching. But I'm not preaching. I'm just trying to each one teach one. That's all.
But you want to know something, G? You know, we had this hospital-based violence intervention program at PG Hospital, and what we did was we came in contact with all.
I remember you told me about that. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, you told me about that. Yep.
And one of the most vulnerable times that I've seen a black man is in that hospital bed.
Yeah, real life. Real life.
You know what I mean? And you know, that's, to me, that's one of the best times that they are vulnerable enough to receive the information that we trying to give them. But it's fucked up that something got to happen to them in order for a nigga to learn.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, bro. Like, I got bullet wounds all over, man. When they get cold outside, I got jaws in my. If I got hit with a pump, man, look, I've been hit all this joint on split up. I got jaws in my back. I've been shot my nuts. See, it's these youngers don't really know. Cause a lot of times they don't know until it's flatline, and then you on it. So I try to tell these youngers, right? I tell them. I say, you ride with your homie and all that. You can be tight. Everything ain't gonna take nothing from you. But when you gone, your friend gonna go shopping. He gonna still get him some good weed. He gonna lay with his lady. He gonna go out of town. He gonna still get that good meal. You in the dirt. You done. Ain't no more coming back. This is what I had to come to fruition. I had to think. I'm helping all these different dudes out, and I'm hanging out, and I'm doing this. I'm wasting time. So I was telling my daughter the other day, I said, man, I wasted so much time. I'll probably be a millionaire right now. I was just outside. I was outside, not really putting nothing back. My mama kept on trying to tell me, what you gonna do? What? You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I try to tell these little homies, you on that t-shirt ain't cool. You sit down and think. Let your inner self come out you and look at yourself on that ground. That's a wrap. That's a cold ass weight. When I got shot, I was out of it, right? I remember I was in the hospital, I was asleep. And I had this jump that I was gone. I had this flash that I was gone. I woke up sweating. My mother like this, Connor, you be all right. I went through them times.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? I'm just like, that kind of helped me. And then I'm at my family reunion, and my cousin Lucky, she was like, boy, why the hell you keep getting shot? And I ain't had no answer for her. I'm like, I don't know. I'll be outside all the time. Stay the hell out from outside. But I couldn't stay from outside. I'm a product of my environment, of my neighborhood. I wanted to be outside all the time. So when I breeze through and go into any neighborhood I used to hang around and all that, it's like a dope fiend, like just got a whiff of the
head.
Yeah.
Like, God damn. Not saying I'm run away, but it's like, it's tempting.
Yeah, you know, we hear that. We hear that all the time. Guys be like,
because it was so fresh to me. Like everybody pull up. Gee, what's up? Where y'all at tonight? Black Hole. We up the best of Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, sugar cane. Like they come right around my way. You know what I mean? Not necessarily I'm out there hustling. It's like I lost so many people, Slum. And it's like, I was just looking through obituaries the other day. Tears coming in my nose and my eyes. I'm like, damn, Slum, you forget. You forget about people. Not saying, you know what I mean? And I'm tired of posting that shit on my Instagram. Death after death after death. After. They know I love my homies, but I want to refrain from that. I got tattoo names on my arms, and you know what I'm saying? My brother right here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got tattoos everywhere. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's an everyday thing. And then I see the brothers, like I got homies that's in the pen. Man, got like 50-something years, Slum. I got homies that I know that's in wheelchair. I got dudes out of town that's like, Slum, when we see you, you represent us. We love it. Keep doing what you're doing. And then you still got to worry about the haters in your own city. Because I'm out here. You know what I mean? I'm the only black. And go, man, I'm outside. Everybody see me all the time. I'm in the grocery stores, all that. I just don't really hang on no blocks no more like that. Because I got to be on the move. I'm going trying to be a better person. I'm auditioning for this role, that role, voiceovers. I'm trying to do it all. You know what I mean?
Do you feel like as you progressing, does it make you feel?
Dang, Doc then got froze up on us. But yeah, G, nah.
I'm back.
Man. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. What'd you say, Doc?
I was saying, like, as you move further through life, do you feel like, because sometimes as we move further and we grow and like we start to feel more alone. Do you feel more alone? And if so, it's a difference between being alone and being lonely, right?
Man, I don't know who told you to ask me that question.
Lord.
Nah, for real, because it's like I got some real homies, right, that tap in, that really stay on my line, that make sure I'm okay. But I feel lonely a lot, man. I feel lonely a lot. Because like I say, man, I really can't I did a lot of stuff, man, for people out here, Slim. A lot. And I just feel that, you know what I mean? As a man, you don't look for nobody to do nothing for you. You don't look for nobody to throw nothing, but I just be like, I know dudes that's in different positions that can really be like, okay, man, let's make sure Slim get this together to go this way. Yeah. And it's like, all I always say, just let me get in front of the door. I didn't stop, man, people from people going to people pockets, all that, man. And it's like taking their stuff, giving people stuff back, all kind of stuff. But it's like they act like they forgot about that. They act like they who I am, like out there in the environment world. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, yeah, I feel lonely a lot of times. I feel like they forgot. But it's like you got to still be that strong person because it's always mental. You got to still be yourself. Because I just had a revamp. I just was recently over DC jail, and I ain't where I want to be. And Jonah's cold place, man.
Yeah.
I'd be over that joint eating them sandwiches, and I can't do it. But yeah, I feel lonely. That was a great question. I feel lonely a lot. More than you know. I feel lonely. That's why I like to be on stage, man. That's why I like to be moving. So I got some good, solid guys that really love me, man, that be really on my line. Like, keep your head up, man. We with you, no matter what. But it gets lonely.
I heard you say when you're on that stage, you know, that's where you feel the best at, right?
Yeah.
Like when you're on that stage, explain it to us, G. Like really talk to us. Like how I feel when you're on that stage.
Man, it's hard, man, because like if the adrenaline be pumping, that's why I always say Backyard got the best fans in the world. They make me feel like a superhero. I can be down and nobody won't even know it. My band members or nothing won't know I'm feeling terrible. As soon as I get on that stage and Buggy click them sticks and him and Sauls get into it, it's a wrap. I just go in this other world. I be gone, man. I be gone, bro. And it helps me. It's my therapy. I be like, And then when I take a break, it's like, boom. I gotta go outside, give me some fresh air. It's COVID.
Right.
Stay peacefully away from everybody. And I come back in. So a lot of times, like recently now, I usually be down with the people, hugging the girls, wiping their you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Hey, baby. But you can't do that now. So one girl say, oh, gee, you changed. You acting funny now. I say, baby, it's COVID.
Right.
She was like, you know what? You right. You give me a hug. I still gave her a hug. Both of us had our masks on. And I just hugged her for a minute. And I was like, this, hey, baby. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a people person. I like to touch my people. People like to touch me. They see me. I don't care where they see me at. Grocery store, shoe store. I'm out. I ain't never looking at nobody or nothing. They just, that stage is where it's at for me.
Let me ask you this, G, see if you can relate, right? Like I do a lot of like lecturing and motivational speaking, right?
Right.
It's like when you're on that stage, like you just explained it, you there. This is one of your happiest, fulfilling times of your life. But when you get off that stage, it's back to the reality in the world.
I want to go back.
Yeah.
I want to go back because that's my safe place. And I always say this, and people ask me this all the time. I say, man, and when we have to stop a show, I'd be pissed because I'd be wanting to be up there. If I could play all night, I would. Like one night we played in Miami until the sun came up. That was the best feeling in the world. My band was like this. If you don't stop, but it's like, that's my love, man.
Yeah.
Even when I'm filming, I can kill somebody on TV and don't go to jail. That's the best feeling in the world. You could be right there as an actor and your people love you, your audience to see you. And I'm that character. I'm turning to that character. But when they see me in the store, they be like this, man, I really love your character, Anwan. Keep pushing, man. You're doing so much for the city. You know how that make me feel when people tell me how much they love and you change your life around. And I just talked to my English teacher from Cardozo today. And that just took me somewhere else to have her. She proud of me. And I was running around and got put out of school. Man, that's big, bro. Like I could be anywhere, penitentiary, dead, anywhere right now, bro. But
you want to know what's crazy? You know, one of the best performances I think you gave, besides from The Wire, was the movie Love with a Common.
That was one. Hey, bro, that was an impactful scene, bro. And you know what? If they'd have put us, man, I think I could have gotten an award for that performance. Yeah. Real. And I don't never put myself there. I let my people do that and help me and just bridge me up. But bruh, like even Carmen was like, man, you killed this joint. And when I auditioned for that joint, he was talking to me. He was like, man, I had to pick you for this joint, man, Juan, because he was like, your facial expressions. And I just try to get into it, man. It's like, bruh.
I gotta ask you 50 million questions because that was an unbelievable set. So when you auditioned for The Wire, what was that audition like?
Oh man, it was crazy. Actually, I auditioned for Marlo Stanfield. I read for Jamie's part, and it was so crazy. And I read for Drac. I read for a couple of roles, but actually, do you remember my man Jay Coop from Teen Summit?
Yeah,
Dread. He from uptown on my way. He the one took me to the audition. He saw my picture in Brian Bullock agency and took me. He passed on. I think he had like a heart attack. But when I first went, I went in the room and like they got the joint on the door. That was my first audition before I auditioned for Bruce Brown Filmworks. And I came in there. I was like, man, you know, they was like, read, you know what I mean? They was like, get in the character. You are this person. You are this person. So that was my first audition. So I put my hood on. I went in that jump. So she was like, what's your name? I was like, my name Marlo. She said, what's your name? I say, my name Marlo. So she said, what's your name? I said, what fucking part didn't you understand? I said, my name Marlo. And she said, oh my God, that was so good, but what's your government name? She was like, no, let's go. Keep going. Keep going. So I was like my first official audition. So I walked out the door and then somebody else walked back in. I walked back up in there while the dude was in there. I said, so what I supposed to do next? She was like, no, we gonna call you. I was like, all right, y'all playing here, right? Because I was still in character. So I ain't know. So they called me back. I went back again, read again. And I was actually coming from Houston, Texas. I was on a flight with Kenny Westray from We Are One. He was on our way home. And I got the call saying I got the role in Celebrity Charles on HBO The Wire. That was it, bro. I went crazy. Ran up and down the plane. People was giving me Sky Vodka. Yeah, it was a party on the plane, bro. Turned up. Yeah. Yes,
had you always wanted to be an actor, like, or you just like fell into it?
Like, if anybody from my neighborhood or grew up with me right now looking on here, I used to say I'm gonna be on TV before I was on TV, bro. So even when Jay Coop even took me to the audition, that was The Wire was my favorite show. I was like, man, I ain't gonna get on that jump. He was like, bro, you got the look, your voice. I bet you get on there. I was like, nah. When I got on that show, bro, I was like, that was it. And I've been going ever since, bro. I've been nonstop. I've been working. But a lot of people like, you supposed to be on more. You supposed to be, man, it's hard. They don't know how hard TV is, man. And I'm tall, bro. Everybody is little.
Right.
Little shit. Like I be trying, like I just got another role. And I'm getting ready to shoot this short film with my man Nick Pelicanis called Mailman. We shooting that right here in DC. It's a couple of other jokes. I just read for this Rush Part joint. Man, Transitions get ready to jump back off. Me and Ron shooting a piece, making the Go-Go Band. Don't Mute project. The trailer will be out like in a few more days. Executive producer on that. Man, we doing a bunch of stuff. I'm working on my documentary. I got a couple of other projects I put together. We're going to shoot right here in D.C. I'm getting ready to reach out to David Ruffin, Keaton, all of them. I got this comedy joint I put together. Man, we getting ready to get busy. Me and Joe Claire and Red Grant and Ron Mogan get ready to put some stuff together, man. It's crazy. Yeah. So
I think on that before we jump off the topic, right? I'm gonna tell you, even with The Wire, I'm gonna tell you my most impactful one, man. When Omar smacks you in the back of your head,
man,
and you say what you said, Slim.
Man, look.
And you was on the ground.
Hey, bro, rehearsal. Yeah. I had to tell you, that's my big bro. But rehearsal, he smacked me in the back of my. Hey, bro, he smacked me in the back of my goddamn head. So it was like on rehearsal. So. If the real joint, the Desert Eagle, he smacked. I said, man, bro, what the fuck is you doing? Like, man, come on, Slim. He smacked me with that joint. He was like, hey, well, my bad, bro. I'm like, because you get in the currency, you will slip up.
Right.
Man, smacked me in the back of my nugget, boy. Like, man, hold up, Slim. You got to hold up. And they replaced the joint for the rubber Desert Eagle. Because he had the real iron jump. But it's no fire. They be like fire in the hole. No, you know what I mean? No joint.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think, me and Doc was talking about this earlier. If I'm not mistaken, you was on there from season 2 all the way to the ending.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying?
I salute you, Slim.
Yeah, man.
Guess what's so crazy about it, though? People in our own city was hating on me. Like, my cousins calling me from the barbershop like this. You remember that scene me and Avon Barksdale went to view the body?
Yeah.
Funeral home. And Omar was in that Z coming past, riding off, snooping outside the jump. They was like, GB dead next week. Kill his ass next week. I'm like, let me live, man. So, and then I say in our city, now everybody want to be actors and producers and all that. I commend them. I love it. Right. I think I opened the door for it because that stayed right on. You know what I'm saying? I love it. You ain't nobody, you know what I mean? I just don't think everybody think they Tyler Perry and Steven Spielberg, though.
Right.
You know what I mean? We got to learn to work together. And then it's a lot of projects be shooting in our city and they don't even try to get me on.
Yeah.
That's our city. It's cool. I'm cool with that, though. I still support them. I still watch Netflix and chill. But mostly it's Netflix on the go for me.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy, but it's a lot of, It be a lot of productions in our city, and they don't even reach out. Everybody got their director hat on, their producer hat, and I was the first one that jumped out there. And it'd be like they don't even try to email it. They don't be like, "Hey,
Well,
G,
let me say this.
Let me ask you this. Be in Life After the Gunshot.
Hey, because we was trying to get you. We was trying like a motherfucker to get you in Life After the Gunshot.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Guess what? We do it on the next project. But see, this is the thing. My people, and then that email right there. But I love it though. It just make me stronger. You know what I'm saying? So I work with a lot of powerful people. The Overdose with my man, with Hannibal, with Transitions, one of the incredible guys in the city that really reach out to all the talent and really try to bring the city up and really try to mentor. Wax, he getting ready to do his piece. You know what I mean? The Rockmont story, the sequel, flipping over. He got his own budget, doing his own thing. It's a lot of powerful brothers doing their thing. You know what I mean? But it's a lot of projects that you really can't jump on because you'll turn into damaged goods. And I watched a lot of these brothers doing stuff. You got to have continuity. You got to be script supervisor. Everything got to be tight. You got people like Lance, Randall Films. He doing big things. Twin, Up Kennedy, 100. It's a lot of my brothers that's really doing stuff. We gonna cram it in. Mitch Cradle, one of the big producers out of here, getting ready to do something real big. So it's a lot of stuff going on, but I'm telling you, it's some TV One stuff and some BET stuff going on that they don't really be trying to call on more men.
Boy, yeah.
Let's go. I'm all right.
They will see this podcast, so call my man Big G. That's not good. You know what I'm saying? Hit that brother up. So look, we're gonna jump into some of our at this the part of the show we transition to some of our slides. Before we jump into that, though, I want to ask you one more question. What you like more, the film or the music?
I love the music. I love both though, to be honest with you, because like I used to put all my uncle and my cousins' clothes and stuff on. And I used to be in front of the TV. My grandmama, they'd be like, get in front of that TV. They'd be like, let him go. One day he might be inside the TV. I always love that music because my mother used to get off work. She'll make fish, play records after record. My brother be playing music. My sister be playing music. And I just fell in love with it, man. I love both, man. They ask me that all the time. I love both. But to be honest with you, man, this is Backyard for Life.
Backyard for Life, you hear me?
Yeah.
Hey, Slim. Hey, before we jump into the next segment, I'm gonna tell you how close we is, man. Earn.
Which one?
Security, bodyguard, Earn.
Man, that's my big man. I'm proud he got him a good solid job. I just tell him stop riding so fast on that motorcycle, son. He be moving too fast.
He brought me up. Him, Marty, Major. They brought me up in security doing the go-go's, man.
Yeah, that's my man. Earn, man. You know, chokehold Slim.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Yeah. Yo, let's jump into the next segment. So, yo, man, we gonna run through a couple of things. It starts all heavy, but we get real light at the end. So we're gonna walk you through it. What you think, bro? What's your thought?
Man, I don't think it should have took that long for that whole situation. And from seeing that right there broke me down, broke my heart. But we've been going through this since the beginning of time. And if you look at those badges says, you know what I mean, slave trade, whatever, you know what I mean, beating us. But it's a bunch of police that really don't know how to like police. That's the only way they talk. They don't know nothing else but this tackle. Like the 15-year-old girl, they could have hit that girl with a taser. They could have maced her. They shot that sister. But then you watch a Caucasian guy come out with a big hatchet right in front of the police doing like this. Moving. And they ain't even shoot him. You know what I mean? A lot of us have been going through this forever and ever. I got a homie that got shot right on Hobart, my man Jermaine Buford, Snoop. And he laid right there in the hospital, watched the hospital center right there. And we watched him bleed out and die. You know what I mean? So to see that man put his knee on that man's neck like that, and that man crying for his mother, and you got innocent bystanders out there saying stop, and he got his hand in his pocket, man, and he's still applying that pressure on that man back of his neck like that. What's next? They shooting our sisters down. It's bad, man. You know what I mean? That broke my heart right there.
Next one. So we've been talking about this for
this recently. This was recently.
Yeah. We've been talking about like how
at the at
Dave and Buster's.
Dave and Buster's.
Yeah.
And see, that's another thing, man. It's COVID right now too, right? Like I just was saying, the Boys and Girls Club, it ain't nowhere for them kids to go at. They ain't supervised or nothing. They going up there, they dropping them off. Like we used to get dropped off. We get dropped off at the Boys and Girls Club. We there all day, every day.
All day.
You got the counselors there, the mothers there, even the mothers that's the football and the basketball moms. They out there. They dropping them off at Dave and Buster's. It's a new way now. Them youngers watching that Grand Theft Auto and they reenacting a lot of these scenes, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's a tragedy, man, that baby got killed like that. They didn't even get the starters like that. Broke me down. Because I actually saw that when I was going out. I saw it on 4 a.m. I saw it 4 a.m. on the news. When I was on my way out to jump on the train. Broke me down, man.
Yeah, we've been talking a lot about how like we need to go back to when these kids is jumping off that porch at like 12 years old. We need to start getting with them then.
Yeah,
that's
gotta
really
put them early. Gotta go in these schools and talk to them. But right now, everything kind of closed now, right? But we've been talking to a lot of the little brothers about gun prevention and gun violence, because like when I was a kid, I was just looking like this. I was fascinated by guns. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't really trying to bang, but I got shot at 12. I got shot, but I was able to live. I got shot in my leg. That was my first taste of that bullet burning. That joint burn all the way up to your ass and your nuts. Excuse my French. Not a good feeling.
Next.
That's my family right there. What's up, gang? That was one of the best performances we had virtual. Shout out to my brother Lavelle Long. You know what I mean? We shot that right there live, and we put it virtual at his spot right there by the Red Lobster, man. Damn, I forget the name of that joint. My brother, forgive me, but my brain is a little like everything. Yeah. But this was one of the best live performances, man, they caught us in. It was just impactful, you know what I mean? And bruh told me to trust him, and I trusted him, and it came out amazing. Shout out.
Let me ask you this, G, before we move on to the next slide. How did y'all come up with the Backyard Band? Like, how did y'all come up with the name?
Well, my man Walker Lattimore, Walk Jam, Park Road, Uptown, and I was in love with Junkyard. I fell in love with Junkyard. There was a band in my neighborhood called Northwest Youngins, and I wanted to be like Junkyard. I wanted to be like Bugs. I used to ride down nights, even M and see him play, and get my butt whooped when I get back because it was too late, and I go to Arcade, Joan, the Golden Dome, and go on the flippers and come back, and my mother whoop my ass, and I get back up and do it again. But we came up with the Backyard Band, and we'll Walker Lattimore, we'll Walk Jam. Shout out to Walk Jam, man.
So what was the origination, like the original date of y'all first performance, if you can remember? Like, you know, y'all first date y'all performed?
Woo, man, like we had a show on Park Road, and I think Miss Murray living room, right by 13, 15 Park Road. We was little kids, we played, man. And then, like I say, because it was before we was Backyard, it was the Mighty Young Ones. And before that was like Bedrock. We was different bands. the Mighty Young Ones was around Morton Street, behind the Black Hole, 640 Morton.
Okay.
J.J. Lil Man, Tank Terry, 6 Cent, Ronnie T. Man, we had that was that whole situation. The Bonnie neighborhood house, right there on Mount Pleasant, crossing Lincoln Junior High School, and then we everybody split up. Then the backyard form. That's 350014.
Okay.
Billy, Hook, Midget,
G, you play any?
Everybody.
G, you play any instruments?
French horn.
Okay.
Mellophone. Yeah.
How'd you learn?
Mr. Gibson, Lincoln Junior High School, our music teacher, taught us how to play horn. We went to the orchestra downtown. We played everywhere, man. I could have did all that. Then I went on to Cados and played mellophone, and then I got introduced to a 38 Special and a 357. And everything, everything went you know, hey, like,
next slide.
Long live go-go. Hey, look, man, the movement is crazy, man. Don't mute that whole situation. Natalie, Ron Moulton, the whole Mochella movement, what they doing right there. It's just a big thing, man. We got to shout out all of the brothers that's doing what they do. T.O.B., TCB, everybody, man. Like all the bands, man. Everybody. ABM, man. Who else? Reaction.
New Impressions.
Man, New Impressions. Everybody, man. You know, all the bands, man. Everybody. That movement that they doing right now with that Mochella movement with them young brothers, man. They just went to LA. They on their way to Atlanta. You got to shout out, man. I know everybody don't see eye to eye all the time, but eventually we going to have to come into a shell, man, because we all represent Washington, D.C., the DMV, D.C., Maryland, Virginia.
Yeah. Hey, G, what was the name of that all-girl joint? Belladonna.
Pleasure, Precise. Name was Belladonna. You know what I'm saying? They like Lil Boogie, she just did a Pockets and Sagas joint my man Montu just had. Man, and she better than some of these dudes, man. She still got that crank, man. And look good doing it.
Man, yeah, for sure.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Also, I want to plug this too. Like, we trying to get all DC artists for the soundtrack for Life After the Gunshot. We don't have no hot go-go that was submitted for the soundtrack.
We're putting something together, Harder Jason, and he'll put the reminder in because we're working on some stuff right now for another podcast, but it's a sport cop podcast. So we'll definitely drop you something real funky with some pockets in it. Then we'll do a roller off and you can flip it over and do whatever you want to do. But we'll put something put something gangster together for you.
Appreciate it, man.
Appreciate it. So you missed the top 3 go-go legends. Who you got?
Bugs from Junkyard. That's my pops. That's who my innovator, my everything. That's who I love. I say, you know, of course, Pop, Chuck Brown. You know what I'm saying? And Lil Benny. You know what I mean? Far as I say front line leagues. Then you got Go with Mickey, you got Foots, you got Heavy One. Like I couldn't go top 3. I got a whole arsenal, but because it's really, you know what I mean? Cabajar, Cabaloo, you know what I mean? The dudes that paved the way for us, man. That really was out there. That really showed Donnell Floyd, one of the best one that smoked the hip hop. They knocked a lot of hip hop dudes down. D. Floyd, real deal, lyrical killer. Yeah. So you know, my list is on with it, baby. Funky Ned, Max out there with Maxwell on the road for years. So we got some bad boys, man. That you know, I would be biased because like Buggy and Sauce, that's my engine and my transmission. But then you got some young boys like that boy Chris, man. That young boy, that new generation, that's a bad young kid there, And he's so humble, man. TJ, all those man, them dudes is super talented, man. They just really get out there. They can do different instruments, and Chris can sing, and you know what I mean? Them dudes can really do it. Like T.O.B., TCB, like them. I just like that Highs this still is just going and going and going. Then you got my man, I can see Indian style with Sugar Bear, the ones that knocked them barriers down for us. Big Tony, Trouble. It's crazy, man. Like I salute everybody, man. Then you got a brother like Scooby, Frank Sirius. He can rap, sing, play the guitar, play Congo, keyboard. Like you gotta, man, salute these guys, man. Like I don't want to like forget nobody, but I love all you motherfuckers.
Yeah, for sure. And then, hey, look, and one show I always remember is that Devin the Dude, man, when he come down, man.
Oh, man, Devin come out, man. Devin come. We just did something with Devin. You know what I mean? But when I just chimed in, you know what I'm saying? And then you got like Scarface, and then like Fonzie Go-Go. You got to look at it now when all the promoters and all that was taking off. You got to look at the young brothers like Shooter, ABM, like he doing this band stuff, and he being a boss too. I talked to him already the other day or text with him, and he just super crack. He just like on his game. You know what I mean? Like, what we could do about this? Let's do this. Let's do that. You got to salute them because they ain't just letting up. Because we was young. We was just happy to be in the band, but we was getting robbed. We had our royalties or nothing. They still making money off me right now, and I'm still trying to catch some of these old record people. Goddamn money. We fighting in court. We just fought for our name because you know we ain't own the back of our name. We just we just that I feel like we own that now. Because it's a band in Germany was saying they had it before us, but that's a lie because we was in existence before them. But we just didn't have the business done. But now we actually own our name. We didn't even own our name.
Before we jump to the next one, G, can you, because we dealing with that, can you talk about the importance of like copywriting and trademarking?
You gotta trademark everything you do. So that's another thing. Like I got a lot of stuff trademarked and different things because people will steal your shit and run with it, man. Like, and you can't even be mad because like a lot of we ain't know the business now. We know the business, and there's some younger brothers now, but teaching me. I be learning some stuff from them. I ain't afraid to say it. You know what I mean? I be learning. I mean, it's like you learn something every day. But the importance of copywriting it and owning your music, owning your rights to your music, you got to do it. Because like the music that we made, we put them record people, kids, and we pay for their college tuition. And we ain't go nowhere to sniff the college. It's like Lo said, I went to 1-4 university and this, you know what I'm saying? So we pay for a lot of people, schooling, houses, all that. So people look at, we ain't own none of that. We ain't make none of that money back in the black hole and all that. Sugar cane, ibex, we ain't getting that money. They supposed to have they rich. They got rich.
That remind me of that movie Cadillac Record.
Indeed. They got rich off us. But I'm saying this is a learning experience. Same thing happened in New Edition. All that money they made on tour, they bought their little ass elite scooters and short ass Todd, Prince sweatsuits and Sergio Tacchini and left right back off in the hood in Boston.
Right back in the
before we wrap up, man.
We got last slide. We ain't hit our last slide.
Yeah, the top 5, right?
Yeah. There you go, G, to close it out.
Oh man, Proposition Joe. Prop Joe. That was my teacher, my mentor, man. You got Omar.
You got 2 of mine.
Michael K.
Mike.
Slim Charles. Of course, I gotta put me in there.
All right.
And you got my man Wood, Idris Elba.
Yeah.
And then you got Snoop.
Yeah. How my hair look, man?
How my hair look? And you know, that's my sister in real life, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we really lock and load because we can relate to each other. She called me down. I call her when she down. You know what I'm saying? So I could call her. She'll pull right up. That's one. That's a real one. You can really call. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe you connect us, man. We can get on the podcast.
Oh, most definitely. She'll pick right up. She one of them. She 100. She 100.
Yeah.
That'll be a good story to get because she got a story for your ass.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, man, I can't.
Time to go.
Man, I can't, put in words, man, how much, you know what I'm saying, we appreciate, you know what I'm saying, you putting us on your schedule, you know what I'm saying, right. Shout out to Jason for making it happen.
Man, appreciate you, man. You know what I mean? If I could leave any words of encouragement, man, I just say, man, the young brothers and sisters in our city, let's slow down. Let's stop at the stop signs. Let's look out for our kids in the community and the older people. We just had 2 young ladies shot on Southern Avenue today, and they had to do emergency C-section and take the baby. 18 years old, she's gone, but her baby survived. That broke me up, champ. Like, please, man, I don't know what's going on that we feel that we got to hurt these sisters, man, and these babies. So that's 2 tragic situations that happened on Southern Avenue when that 15-month-old little boy was murdered. Now we got 2 sisters was shot today, 1 in critical, 1 dead. They had a C-section emergency deliver the baby. Man, look, let's hug each other. Let's support all the local rappers in our city. Let's make them go platinum like we buy all these out-of-towners music. Not nothing against that, but we got a lot of talent. These rappers and these singers. Let's support the Beat Your Feet Kings. Let's support Don't Mute. Let's support Long Live Go-Go, Mochella. Let's support everybody. Let's push it. This summer, let's stop the violence. We don't want no killing, no sliding. Shout out to everybody in the city. My birthday coming up, Bullpen.
When your B-Day,
May 8th. My birthday is officially May 5th, but my party is May 8th at the Bullpen beside the Nat Stadium.
Hey, mine
and then that Sunday, oh man, Taurus babies, man. Then on that Sunday, we going out to El Rancho and Woodbridge. I want everybody to come out. Love y'all dearly. Life After the Gunshot. Thank you guys for having me, man.
Man, thank you, G, for being on there, being on the show, brother. And we so honored and humbled that you came on the show. We wish you many blessings in all your future projects. And we hope to stay in touch with you, bro. And we honestly and sincerely.
Hey, Doc, have me again, please. Have me again, guys.
Appreciate you.
Hey, stay on. Let me jump off, G.
All right.